Hi everyone, this is 1 Year On. I'm Alison, and following on from episode 38, today's episode continues with reviewing the Lumosity brain training problem solving games. The last category is problem solving. The first game in problem solving is Fuse Clues. That's difficult to say. This is a really good game which tests your ability to recognise patterns, draw conclusions and make decisions. They give the real life example is one that I'm sure many people worry about. Figuring out why your car won't start by systematically checking the battery, fuel and ignition in a logical order. I only check the fuel. I wouldn't know how to check the battery or the ignition. Anyway, the story of this game is using logical reasoning to fix a power outage in an apartment building. In this game, your job is resetting the fuse box. You have to identify the sequence of fuses, which all have numbers on them, and put the fuses in the correct order. On the phone app, the fuses are vertical, and on the web-based app, the fuses are horizontal. Once you have worked it out, you press submit and confirm the sequence is correct. Strangely enough, I found this game reasonably easy in the beginning levels, then it got really hard. Each fuse has increasing difficulty. I've managed to reach level 10 of a maximum of 12 levels. The next game is called Masterpiece. It's a mosaic puzzle and you have to fit the pieces together. Gosh, this one is hard. It uses spatial reasoning and trains your ability to visualize spatial relationships, analyze them, and drawing conclusions. They give a real-world example, which is one most people would be familiar with, I think. Assembling IKEA furniture and seeing how the 2D instructions translate into 3D pieces and connections. Seriously, who's come a cropper with IKEA? Fortunately, my husband and I, and myself on my own, are pretty good with construction of flat pack. In the game, you fit the pieces with the puzzle. In a silhouette, you drag the pieces to fit, and there is also the option of rotating pieces. This is a strangely calming game, and also a really frustrating one. I've fitted every piece bar one into the shapes, the silhouette, and not being able to fit the last piece, so I've had to start again. You also have got to use the least amount of rotations as possible. On the desktop version, you have the option of an expanded game, and on the phone-based version, this option isn't available, but you don't really need it. I enjoyed this game a lot. The next game is called Organic Order. It's a logic game and offers you the ability to test your recognition of patterns, drawing conclusions and making decisions. The game involves you planting seeds in a garden. You need to place the packets of seeds at the site where the seeds are planted. You are given rules, like tomato must be at position 2. In some screens, some seeds will already have been planted, and you can't move them, and you must fit the other seed packets around these. Some rules have got 2 parts, and you've got to work out where the seeds go, conforming to these rules. Some of the reasoning in this game I find really nonsensical. For example, if corn is already planted in position 1, you can't move that. The rule states if carrots are planted in position 2, then corn is planted in position 3. But to me that doesn't make sense, as corn is already planted in position 1. Anyway, I've managed to play this game reasonably successfully despite its confusing rules. The next game is called Pet Detective. I love this game and I'm infuriatingly bad at it. Let me explain. The game involves thinking ahead, evaluating options and choosing the best course of action. The real life example they give is planning a trip, deciding on a destination and booking your transport, packing a suitcase. I don't really think this is the same as the game in terms of the difficulty. You have to find and return the lost pets and deliver them to the correct homes using the shortest path, and you only have a set amount of moves to complete the task, with enough fuel to go however many amount of spaces it is, and you're told that. The issue I have is that I can't see the different variants of routes to get these animals. Sometimes I can. Most of the time I can't, so unfortunately the hedgehog gets left behind, or I manage to collect all the pets and I can't get around to all their homes before I run out of petrol. Give me an international holiday to organise any time, including accommodation and tours. I'll be able to do that much easier than this game. It's really good. The next game is called Pirate Passage. It's a planning and evaluation game, the same as Pet Detective. This game is quite different though. You have to avoid pirates and get the treasure. You're on a matrix and you need to click the squares to draw a path from you to the treasure, marked with an X. You don't have to move quickly, but you do need to move forward. Other pirates are similarly circling around, and their routes are shown with different colours. And you've got to dodge them while still getting the treasure. It's a fun game and very infuriating. You can plan a path as well and click all the squares, and then in your planning can undo if you decide this isn't the way to go. In the end, when you've planned out all your route, you press the go button and you see your route worked out, and whether you collide with the pirates or not. You can move back and forth on your route, which makes the journey harder to compute in your head in advance. The idea is to find the shortest path to earn the most points. The last game is Ruled Out, and it's a brand new game to me. It's a logical reasoning game and offers a different perspective on logical reasoning. You're playing with cards and have to determine the hidden rule by selecting cards according to shape, colour, or other properties. You have to begin by selecting the highlighted card. Each guess generates a new row of cards. You only get one guess per row. You have to try to choose one card in each row that you think follows the rule. If you choose correctly, you will see a green outline around that card. This is a bit confusing when you start, but you have 5 games to play and it's quite alright. I would need to play it a lot more to become competent in it. The Lumosity team have added this game in the last 6 weeks, so it's brand new. Thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed this episode, please like, share and subscribe. I will be back next time to talk about the third brain training app which I tried. It was called Peak. A bit similar to Lumosity, not all the same though. Thank you.